Ow, 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 ow. Hey, every Nan. Mm. I have a headache. I think I'm live. Be live. Hello, 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 hello. I have a super massive headache right now, and I can't think straight, but it's fine. I'll figure it out. We'll get it. I'll get it together. Hmm. I'm not reading chat right now because I can't see chat right now. Oh, there it is. Hi, Razor. Yanning. Yeah, I'm here. Somehow, some way. Have you eaten all day? Have I eaten throughout the day? Like all day since I woke up? Have I eaten at all today? Hi, Jin. Good morning, camp boy. Oh, I wish I had more water. Hi, Moisty Woisty. Hi, 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 hi. Meowing, good meowing. Have you eaten anything that would legally be considered a meal in the day? Yes, I have. I did eat. So here's how my day went so far. I woke up and then I was very tired. I had a terrible dream that how's your Friday? My Friday went by in a blur. Honestly, I feel like I'm starting I'm starting to get depressed because of my sleep schedule. Is that an excuse? I'm starting to feel like my sleep schedule is giving me the illusion that I don't have time to do anything. Especially because my stream is sort of in the middle of my day. It makes me feel like if I don't get enough things done before stream starts, I have this strong sensation that I'm gonna have no time to do anything after stream. There's a lot of stuff I'll talk about. Moon is a stinky baka bitch. I hope your soup is cold and your Halloween bucket is full of candy corn, peppermint patties. Well, joke's on you, Billith. I love candy corn and I think peppermint patties are delicious. So thank you. It's a blessing. Hi, LDTGX. Good meowing. Make sure you stay hydrated. Take some medicine if you feel like the headache's bad enough. That's normal, I think. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, I should hydrate. I'm probably dehydrated. um, yeah. So upon waking up, I realized I had a dream that was terrible. I had a dream that I was a history teacher. I don't even like history. That's a lie. I kind of sort of like I liked history classes that I took in college, but I hated history in middle school and high school. I did well. I just didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. Candy corn is great. Actually not sure why there's so much dislike for it. I know it's delicious. I like the texture. I like to lick it and then bite on it softly. I think I can be a better friend by not assuming the worst from the get-go, not assuming people hate and barely tolerate me. I'm allowed to reach out more. I think that's a good idea, Jen. It's a good idea to realize that, in this busy world, um, a lot of people are just that. They're just busy. Not that they hate you or dislike you or that they're not thinking about you or they whatever. It's just wow. And it's not only that you're allowed to reach out, but by reaching out and asking for things, you're more likely to get them than if you stay quiet. I think once you see the hard data of actually doing stuff throughout the day, you'll be fine. I think it's not about data. I think it's like my objective reality. the truth, when I look at the data, I talked to you personally about the time audit that I did on myself. The truth is I get lost in the internet sauce and in my brain quite a lot through the day. So I don't get as much focused work done and I feel it viscerally. The days that I actually do focus on my work and get things done, I feel proud of myself. I feel like I have a happier day, etc. I actually wanted to talk about that. But yeah, I had a dream that I was a history teacher, woke up disgusted with myself, and then I was like, all right, I know I should do things, but I don't really feel like doing things, but I should. So I forced myself to practice piano for a bit, and that was nice. I didn't do the full amount of time that I set out to do, but I played a few songs and I felt like, okay, that will suffice. And then I went to work out for a bit and I was in a rush because I had made a commitment for 10 o'clock at night and I'd woken up at 8 o'clock. So I felt like I had to rush, um, playing and working out and then showering and then looking for food or whatever so that I wouldn't be late to this thing. And I did that. Um, but while I was working out, I was listening to a YouTube video or whatever, and I was thinking a lot about why is it so difficult for some people to make good choices and to be self-disciplined, and then others they just push themselves and it comes naturally. I do think it's a waste of time to contemplate that question too much. I know I'm procrastinating by thinking about that question, but I really had to think about it because my urge this morning, or yeah, when I woke up, was to not play piano. And my urge was to not work out at all because I felt quite tired. And I'm wondering, like, are some people just naturally good at ignoring that urge and just doing the thing? And I'm giving myself a tiny bit of credit for working towards being more like that, but it definitely doesn't come naturally. You'll get better with time as you crack the whip. You play piano. She also played the violin. That's pretty cool. I don't play well, but I play and I enjoy it. I'll post the violin story on Discord. We don't discuss that anymore. Most days, I feel like I'm not supposed to get most people's time, but I also get upset when people don't text me and assume they don't like me. The negative cycle of the brain. I need to change that. Well, yep, the first step is recognition, Jin. So if you can recognize that you have that pattern and try to break it, and yeah. History, my teacher didn't like me at all. Sorry to hear that, camp boy. Thank you so much, Demi. I appreciate the gift. High school switch. Yeah. Story is what made me a Moonie for life. Lower your expectations. Can't stay because I'm working on cooking up a storm. Enjoy, have fun. When we hear violin, we think dead teacher and the death note. Me too. I think about that too. mm. Anyway, good meowing, good afternoon, and good night, everyone, everywhere. You're watching Love Talk with Mrs. Moonson, a daily talk show where a smitten kitten chats about love, life, and anime in no particular order. I go live on Kick and Twitch every single day at 8 o'clock Universal. That's 4 a.m. in Miami, 1 a.m. in San Francisco, 4 p.m. For Jin, unless daylight savings is a thing there, and maybe it's 5 p.m. for Jin, I don't know. And then it's other times in other places. You know your time zone, hopefully. Can't wait to see this allegedly legendary lore. It's terrible. If I talk about it too much, I'll start laughing again. So, have an awesome stream, Moon. Take care and have fun. Well, I guess the stream is over. We gotta pack up now, folks. Goodbye. Goodbye. Just kidding. All right, I'm gonna give a little Monero on the kick side. Here you go. Here's 10K to gamble with. Oh, never mind, I lied. I've been logged out and I have no desire to log in, so you just have to do without. That kind of makes me sad, but it is what it is. 4 p.m. daily, more on time than when I start work. Ah. Yeah, I'm making an effort to be to be punctual. And it has not gone perfectly, but it's gotten better. Yeah. So, let's see. With that out of the way, I'm going to go into the um anime of the day discussion. I have mentioned this anime before, but starting this month, I've decided to go back to some of the anime that we talked about that looked interesting to me and decided to watch them. And this is one such title. So this is A Whisker Away. And I almost forgot to watch it before stream. Not gonna lie. But I did get around to watching it. It's 4 a.m. here. At least I'm already up at 3. Perfect, Camp Boy. Thank you for trying so hard for us. You're welcome, I think. I mean, it's for you, but it's also for me. It's a goal that I had before I had any Moonies. I think I showed you again that the output goals that I have for myself, I made that way before I had like started actually streaming and stuff. So, anyway, A Whisker Away. Apparently, it's a Netflix special. It's a movie about Mio Sasaki, who's an energetic schoolgirl, high school girl, who comes from a broken family, consisting of her unconfident father and overly invested stepmother, whose attempts at connecting with Mio come across as bothersome. She sees a boy, Kento Hinode, as a refuge from all of her personal issues, and she can't help herself from forcing her unorthodox demonstrations of love onto her crush. While Mio is unable to get Kento's attention, he manages to succeed by interacting with him in the form of a white cat, affectionately nicknamed Taro by Kento. This is markedly similar to my own lore to a point or to a degree that it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. It makes me think I need to be more creative, but also I think it's a good idea. Finally, Kick allowed me to log on. Hi, Jackie. We appreciate you, Moon Moon. I appreciate you, Jin. Yeah. Um, soon Mio realizes she cannot help Kento with various problems she overhears in her cat form, and she's caught between two tough choices. Will she continue her relationship with him as a cat, or will she reveal her identity and risk what they have in order to help him as her human self? I'm not gonna lie, in the first half of the film, I was a bit sold because I quite liked her she reminds me of myself in a way. She's very, maybe a more extreme version. She's very happy and peppy and like over the top, a little bit of a jokester, a little bit of a prankster, but she's hiding all this pain and hurt um, underneath the surface, and occasionally it bubbles out, but often she can mask it. And she also, when she likes someone, she's very aggressive in her liking them, and she goes after Kento with just way too much pressure and intensity. It's I find it very endearing and sweet, and it reminds me of me too. She reminds you of yourself because she's secretly a cat. That's part of it as well. Like I said, the movie and my lore were so similar. Like even the fact that she's a white cat specifically, even the fact that she like tries to get close to him in her cat form, it just made me think a lot about a lot of things. But at some point in the movie, it takes sort of like a furry, weird vibe tone, and there's like a shift, and then it lost me. I'm not gonna lie. I really, really enjoyed maybe the first half or the first three quarters of the film. And then the last bit just, I don't know, went over my head. I also thought Kenta was kind of a jerk and an idiot and an asshole. He was very loving towards the cat, but of course, the female version of her, he was just very harsh and unnecessarily cruel to her with how he would like reject her and shut her down, even going as far as to say that like he hates her. And it was just so, it was such an over the top reaction. Like how mean he was didn't resonate at all because it didn't seem like I'm struggling with words today. Well, every day, but also today. Um he seemed like a pretty plain guy who was more or less, if not kind, at least neutral. But for some reason, the fact that she liked him so much made him very ridiculously angry. And it just seemed very exaggerated, and she would go out of her way to like defend him and to be nice to him. And then, yeah, he was just mean specifically to her. If it was his personality, I could forgive it. If that's who he was as a person, then, you know, it is what it is. Maybe he's a tsundere, something like that. But it seemed like he was a neutral to nice character who was just specifically mean to her because she liked him. It was just very weird to me. So that also made me disassociate a little bit towards the end. There's some supernatural themes. Again, I didn't really care too much about it. Basically, I thought the movie was mid. That's my review. It was mid. Do better. It was mid. The other reason this is a Thursday recommendation is because it does kind of delve into the topic of friendship to some degree. But that was another thing that kind of pissed me off. She had a friend that she was again, very nice to. This friend was being bullied and she would stand up for her friend. And then the friend, when she was no longer being bullied, her friend kind of got accepted into this clique of like popular girls. And then they tried to ostracize the main character. And she has a very violent reaction to that. But then her friend like, and then she runs away crying, and her friend tries to like kind of backtrack, like, I need you, you know, I'll be loyal to you. And it's like, no, bitch, you were gonna betray her. You were just about to betray her for the cool kids. And now all of a sudden, because she had this outburst in front of you, you're pretending that you care. It was so weird. And then her friend was also being a cock block, where she's like, I don't want to see my friend get rejected, so you stay away from her. It was very, very, very weird. Sounds about right for a lot of modern anime films. They get you in with the art, then the plot is either mid, terrible, or like 5 centimeters per second. Yes. His virginity shield activated. You know what though, Jackie? I actually like that trope. Had it been that, I would have accepted it. Again, if it like again, even if his personality is kind, if he was like an incel who hates women, I would have preferred it. Cuz then it would make sense. But it didn't even seem like that cuz he was fine talking to any other girl. It's just literally the one person who likes him he has all this vitriol for. It just didn't make sense to me. Not one bit. Miss prefers those types of guys. It's not that I prefer incels in general. It's that, and I've only seen one, but I find media about them interesting. I've only seen one. It was a manga recommendation that I gave a couple of weeks ago. I'd have to look it up again, the one I'm thinking about, but it was really cute. It was like this guy, yeah, who hates women, but he becomes the focus of attention of several yandere or menhera girls all at the same time. So each of the girls that has a crush on him is batshit insane. Like they're all crazy in their own unique flavor. And he just hates women in general, so he wants to avoid them at all cost. But yeah, found it interesting. He pushes people away when they get too close, I guess. But that's the thing. He didn't even give her a chance to get close. They had hardly had any conversation at all. Any sort of gesture that was even slightly remotely positive, he just had a really negative reaction. It was weird. It seemed like they were trying. I hate when movies do this. It seemed like they were trying to manipulate me emotionally. Like they wanted me to feel sorry for her, so they made his character say really mean things to him, but it didn't feel in character. So it wasn't believable, and I felt no emotion about it. Yeah, incels are interesting from a distance. It's true. What? Femcells as well. Ask me how I know. Just kidding. I'm not a femcell. I'm just saying words. Ha, 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 ha. I still have a headache, by the way. I didn't prepare any pictures for today's thingy, but I'll talk about it in a bit. Oh, for the pinned question. In what ways do you think you could be a better friend? This is something I'm thinking about quite a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I've been having a lot of thoughts and sharing them on stream about why I think I'm lonely, right? And the crux of it is that it's all my fault. I'm lonely because, this sounds really dumb. I'm gonna say it anyway. um, there's a lot of talk or media that covers the male loneliness epidemic, right? I'm not a man. I'm not male. So I don't fully understand what that means or what that looks like. But I thought to myself, oh, maybe I can relate because I too feel lonely all of the time. But recently, I've really been questioning that, and I do think it's different. Because I think when they say male loneliness epidemic, they're saying that there are a lot of guys that want to have social interactions and relationships and friendships who don't have that. And it's not because they're avoiding it or pushing it away. They just can't get it even if they want it. And that's not the same thing as how I feel lonely. I feel lonely even surrounded by people. I have a big family. I have people that want to talk to me and say they want to be my friend. But I have trust issues, and I just struggle with friendship. Yeah, I'm noticing that I really struggle. Probably reaching out and not ghosting people for me is the yeah. Not ghosting is another one that I could probably do better. I think I need to give people I dislike at first glance a chance. It's used to help me survive or it used to help me survive though. Yeah, Jackie, that's another one that I was thinking of. Hi, Kisk and Meowing. I was thinking that one of the reasons why I don't have friends is maybe I put too much requirements. I place too many uh too many expectations on friendship. Um I can't think of any if I'm honest, but I know some people just need to communicate better or need to learn to reach out and so on. This is for unhealthy friendships or people that have problems making connections, says Razor. Yeah, so you can't relate. That's okay. That's a good thing if you can't relate. Feeling lonely when surrounded by people feels worse to me than feeling lonely and actually being alone. I agree, Coconut, and that's my dilemma. So I'm often, frequently, all of the time, not all of the time, most of the time, feeling very lonely because I don't feel understood, even when I'm in a group of people, even when I'm talking one on one with a lot of people. And that's an uncomfortable thing to say. Like, there are people that I'm trying to develop a friendship with, but I notice that I feel alone and I feel misunderstood even with them. So then I have a resistance because it's like, in a way, even though it scratches the technical-ish itch of like, I have a desire for social needs to fulfill my social needs, like almost like a Sims character, right? But I noticed the whole time that it hurts my mood, it makes my brain hurt, it has all these other like negative effects, and I'm wondering, maybe being alone, like actually alone, isolated by myself, even though it's painful in its own way, maybe it's less painful than being with people and then not being able to connect. Let's hear those requirements, Miss. How to befriend Miss 101. Crimson is camp boy. Am I a good friend so far? Hey, Moon. Sorry, just got back from the shops. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also thank you again, Demi, for the gifted sub. You didn't have to do that. Welcome back from the shops. Also, Skull thanked you earlier for a gift sub. Wow. I didn't think you were gonna be here today. I get you. Wow. You have to remember that some people are also just unable to relate to others, even if you can empathize. Maybe they can't, or worse off, they don't want to, and they just interact with people for the sake of doing it. Those are people you don't want to interact with. I wonder about myself. Like, am I someone that's not able to relate to others, or am I someone that can't empathize enough with others? I think I do too much navel gazing, but I also don't know if that's just because of my life circumstance. Maybe if my career and my like if I was in a more stable position financially, physically, like shelter, all that, maybe I would have more energy and time to focus on friendship. So maybe that's something I should prioritize resolving. Demi emptied his pockets on Moon so Kangas don't rob them. I don't know why. I don't know why. I appreciate the support though. Demi is a real one. um, but yeah, what are my requirements? I think the two basic requirements I have are like, number one, be a kind and reasonably intelligent person. So you don't have to be super duper duper smart or anything like that, but there's like a level. There's like a level of stupidity that I would kill myself if I have to be around. So just don't be that. And if you're watching my streams, you're not that, so don't worry. I'm too dumb, unlucky kiss. I don't mean you at all. Definitely not you. You're adorable. The second requirement, and this is one that I'm starting to question myself. I I want friends that are better than me. uh, either they're more ambitious, or they're more successful, or I can learn something from them. I have a desire to be around people that are doing better than me. Yeah. In some way. It doesn't have to be like in every way or whatever, and that can mean a lot of different things. It doesn't have to mean money. It often, like, it has nothing to do with money, honestly. It has nothing to do with money. I think for me, better means like being more organized than me, being more creative, being more disciplined. Someone where I feel like, oh, I can grow if as a person, I can grow as a human being from observing them and being close to them. But these are not really requirements. This is more like a wish list. I'm too mean, says Jackie. Yeah, I am too, Jackie. And that's another reason why I want to be with friends with people who are kind, because this is, and for both, actually, both options, now that I think about it, both requirements are actually projection, right? It's my own issues. It's because I don't think I'm nice enough. So I want to be around people that can positively influence me. And the trouble is, I think a lot of people probably want that. So, in a way, maybe the people that I desire to be around wouldn't want to be around me for the same reasons why I'm alone. So, I don't know. Anyway, You're nice too, though, at least to me. I think I'm polite. I think there's a difference between niceness, kindness, and being polite. So I try to be polite. But there are some people who are like deeply kind, and they don't say mean things. They try to avoid hurting people as much as possible. That doesn't mean that they are fake, and it doesn't mean that they're not honest when they have to be, right? Or that they avoid doing hard things. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about it's easy to become mean-spirited and jaded on the internet. It's much harder, and in real life, it's much harder to try to smile more and be kind. Wow. I feel like I'm using people when I want to be friends with people who are more ambitious than me, says Kiss. That might be true. There may be truth to that. Like, maybe I would be using people, but I think if you're using people so that you can grow as a person, and then you're gonna do something good with that growth, with the future you, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Or maybe there should be a balance, or maybe like don't take advice from me because again, I have no friends. Huh. Moon is harmless. She don't bite because she has no teeth. I have one tooth. I have one tooth. Nice people know where to punch to deliver the worst blows, but choose not to. I think Mooney can help me grow and I'll do the same. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta go. This went faster than I expected. The quote of the day is on topic in a way, sort of. The quote of the day I have for you is, you can't grow without pain. And I feel that. Literally, I feel it in my calves from the workout I did earlier. I knew I wasn't gonna have enough time on the elliptical today. So I went really, really, really fast as I could till I felt the burn, and I had sweat dripping down my cat ears. Anyway, on that note, goodbye. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, I forgot to do 2 truths and a lie. I talked so much I forgot to do it. I'll do it now. Wow, if you're still here. If you're still here, the 2 truths and a lie. Statement number 1, I have a half sibling. Statement number 2, I know how to ski. And statement number 3, I bought 2 pet fish on a whim, but I ended up giving them away because they were too much work to take care of. So, do I have a half sibling? Do I know how to ski? Or did I have 2 pet fish and then give them away? I don't know. What's the lie? Jackie says fish is the lie. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let's see. So, 1 was this half sibling. And then 2 was E. And then 3 was the fish. Wow. Most people are voting for 1, and people are also voting for fish. Interesting. I choose ski. Fuck it. I hit the wrong one. Oh, fuck. I hit the wrong one. Okay, Jin. So, technically, there's 2 votes for 2. Wow. Why do you guys think it's a fish? Or why do you think I don't have a half sibling? Wah. Sorry, that got weird. That got really weird. I didn't do that. I take it back. This is taking too long. All the info is in the wiki. Where is the wiki? Make the wiki. Actually, seriously, I want to be on the virtual YouTuber wiki fandom page, but you're not allowed to make it yourself. Someone else has to make it. I will give you the information. I will help you become I don't know, archivist. Lewd, wah. That wasn't lewd, that was pain. I stubbed my toe. My poll was gonna say, what's the lie? Shared bloodline, ski level on max, fish too burdened. You said you have a big family, so I feel like you might have a half sibling. You traveled a lot, so you've probably been skiing before. Oh, I like that. Look at you using deductive reasoning and context clues. Very interesting. The answer is actually skiing was the lie. The fish is very specific, and it was true. So, okay, yeah. I do have a half sibling. In fact, I have more than one. I've never been skiing before. I have been snowboarding, but I've never gone skiing yet. And yeah, I bought 2 betta fish on a whim, and I gave them away to random children because I realized I'd gotten in over my head and I didn't feel like taking care of them anymore. And yeah, I hope those fish are fine. Honestly, I hope they're still alive wherever they are. The thing too is, like, I went all out. I bought them very nice tanks and decorated them. You would be a great mother. Random children. You did the calculations, but seems you're a bit bad at math. All that reasoning and I'm still wrong. Should have gotten sigma fish instead of beta fish. I like that. I like that. Okay, I gotta go. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.